Friends, in today's fast-paced world, we often struggle to find peace of mind. Our minds wander in all directions, and we constantly have various thoughts troubling us. We can't sleep peacefully, and we can't stay content either. Our minds are always restless, making it difficult for us to focus on our tasks and face many challenges. Due to this restlessness, we can't live our lives properly, and worry and anxiety haunt us every moment. It is said that when your mind is at peace, you can achieve success in everything. A peaceful mind brings boundless happiness and peacefulness. In this video, we will learn how to calm our minds. Friends, let me tell you a story. Once, there was a poor man who worked as a cleaner in a nearby Buddhist temple every day. After cleaning, he would sit down for prayer and ask for blessings, saying, "O Buddha, please bless me with abundant wealth." One day, as he was cleaning the temple and then sat down for prayer, he repeated his old request, asking for lots of wealth for himself. At that moment, a Buddhist sage, a miraculous and enlightened person, overheard him. This sage had attained many spiritual powers, but never misused them. The Buddhist sage asked the poor man, "Do you work in the temple only to gain something for yourself?" The poor man honestly replied, "Yes, Venerable One. My purpose is to earn wealth, so I come here for blessings. I sell goods in the market, but I never know when my prosperous days will come." The sage said, "Do not worry. When the right opportunity comes before you, the higher power won't make a sound, but it will silently open doors for you." The young man moved on, time passed, and he started earning more. He became so busy that he stopped going to the temple. Many years later, he returned to the temple one morning and began cleaning. There, he met the same Buddhist sage again. The sage looked at him in amazement and asked, "What brings you here after all these years? I heard you have become a wealthy man." The man replied, "I have earned a lot, married off my children well, and have no financial troubles, but there is no peace in my heart. I used to feel the urge to serve daily, but I couldn't come. Lord, you have given me everything in life except peace." The Buddhist sage said, "You asked for what you desired, and you received wealth. So, why have you come here today?" Tears filled the man's eyes as he fell at the sage's feet and said, "I won't ask for anything now. I just seek peace of mind." The Buddhist sage replied, "First, decide that you won't come for temple service to ask for anything. You will come only for the peace of your mind." The Buddhist sage said, "I will tell you about 10 principles. If you embrace these 10 principles, you will find happiness and peace in your life. But I will share them only if you are truly willing to listen." The wealthy man replied, "Buddhist sage, I am ready to listen to every word you say. I have returned to simplicity after facing hardships in the world. Now, all I seek is peace. Please, enlighten me with those 10 principles." The Buddhist sage began, "The first principle to keep your mind at peace is this: do not interfere in someone else's work unless asked." Sometimes you might see people giving their opinions or trying to help with something without being asked. This can be annoying. It's best not to join in or interfere with what someone else is doing unless they ask for your help. If you keep getting into things that don't concern you and interrupting others, your mind can become unsettled with lots of distracting thoughts that can make you feel uneasy. The Buddhist sage said, "To attain peace of mind, here is the second principle: learn to forgive and forget." Sometimes people get stuck thinking about something that bothers them a lot. It's like those thoughts go round and round in their heads, making them feel upset over and over. The first important thing is to learn how to forgive. If someone is purposely doing something wrong to hurt you, it's better to keep your distance from them instead of holding on to anger. But if someone makes a mistake without meaning to hurt you, try to forgive them. Forgiving others is a great quality to have. When you forgive, all those bad thoughts in your mind start to go away. Your mind becomes calm and you start to feel better. So, try to make forgiveness a habit to keep your mind peaceful. The Buddhist sage said that the third principle to calming the mind is, do not crave recognition. Sometimes people get really focused on trying to get noticed or famous. They do things like hanging out with important people and going to their parties, thinking that if they do this, they will become important too. They believe it will give them a special place in society. But this way of thinking is completely wrong. In reality, chasing after recognition like this makes you very restless. You might not even realize how many years pass by and your mind becomes more and more uneasy. Instead, if you want to establish who you are and what you stand for, work hard for yourself. When you put effort into your own goals, that's when you truly achieve something meaningful. It brings happiness and peace, and your mind becomes calm. So, stop trying so hard to get approval from others or to be famous, as this desire only makes your mind restless. Nowadays, many people try to show off by saying they know important people, but in the end, it makes them feel small. They keep trying to prove themselves by being around famous individuals. The sage advised the man, "You need to let go of all this. If you do, your mind will surely find peace." The Buddhist sage said that to calm the mind, there is a fourth principle: avoid feelings of jealousy. Some people have a tendency to develop hatred for each other over small matters. They think, why do they have these things? How did others get them? Some people believe that only they should progress in life, and when someone else moves ahead, they feel jealous. This jealousy keeps troubling their minds repeatedly. If you are happy with others' development, your mind will remain calm, and you will also start progressing in your own life. The Buddhist sage told the man to try this experiment. When someone in your neighborhood or anyone around you is progressing or improving their life, be a part of their happiness. You will also feel very good. Nowadays, everyone is harboring jealousy towards each other, which is the biggest reason for their restless minds. The Buddhist sage, while sharing the fifth principle with man, said, "Cut only as much as you can chew," which means we should take on tasks that we can handle. The sage emphasized that the first step is to assess our own abilities. We need to know how much strength we have. After careful consideration, we should start a task. Running in all directions will only tire us out, and no task will be completed on time. When a task is not completed on time, it leads to constant worry and restlessness. Therefore, first recognize your abilities and choose tasks accordingly. If you do this, your mind will remain at peace. The Buddhist sage said that the sixth principle for calming the mind is meditate daily. This is the most crucial principle. Even if you do everything else but don't follow this principle, your mind will never find peace. No matter how busy you are, make it a habit to meditate every morning. Meditation helps develop a positive energy within you, and you get to know yourself better. Through meditation, all the processes in your body will function smoothly, and your hormones will remain balanced. That's why make it a daily habit to meditate, because meditation is the only way to achieve anything in life. The Buddhist sage, while sharing the seventh principle, said, "Try to adapt to your environment. Wherever you are living, make an effort to fit in first, because that's where you are. Imagine that in this country of India, when the rainy season comes, we keep our grains in our homes. When the cold season arrives, we wear warm clothes, and when it's hot, we wear light cotton clothes. This means that we adapt ourselves to the weather conditions. Sage says that a person succeeds when they can blend into their surroundings, no matter what those circumstances are. But if you succeed in adapting to those circumstances, then your mind will remain at peace." The Buddhist sage, while sharing the eighth principle with the man, said, "Learn to tolerate what cannot be changed." Sometimes we end up doing things that don't really make sense or have a clear purpose. These tasks are just a waste of our time. Instead, we should use our energy on things we can actually control. If we want to make big improvements in our lives, we should start by making small changes within ourselves. Before we can achieve great success, it's important to fix the little mistakes we make. Imagine it's a really hot day and you wish it could be colder, but no matter how much you wish for it, the weather won't change. Instead, you should adapt to the weather by dressing appropriately or staying cool. In the same way, change yourself, and you won't be affected by things you can't control. So, don't waste your time trying to change things that are beyond your control. Focus on what you can change and improve within yourself. The Buddhist sage, explaining his ninth principle, says that one should not postpone any task and avoid doing something that you might regret later. Some people tend to delay today's work for tomorrow, and when tomorrow comes, they have to carry the burden of both the delayed work from yesterday and the new work of today. This makes it difficult for them to complete the tasks. So he advises that whatever work you have for today, do it today itself. Complete today's tasks on time to avoid regrets later. The Buddhist sage in the 10th and final principle advises not to leave the mind empty. The sage says that an empty mind can become a breeding ground for negative thoughts. If your mind is empty, you won't have any work, and various thoughts will keep coming to your mind, which will continue to grow over time and disturb your peace of mind. Therefore, the sage suggests that you should have a purpose in your life and wholeheartedly engage your positive energy in fulfilling that purpose. For those who have no purpose in life or do not properly pursue their goals, their minds are filled with all sorts of unnecessary thoughts, leading to inner restlessness. The Buddhist sage gives advice on using these 10 principles effectively and mentions that by doing so, your mind will not wander aimlessly. Your mind will always remain calm, and with a calm mind, you will be filled with positive energy. After saying this, the sage falls into silence. The man had been coming to the temple for many years, but what he received today was perhaps something he had never received in all those years. Now, his mind's thoughts had settled. A sense of peace was visible on his face. With deep respect for the sage, the man returns to his home and starts a new beginning in his life.